So, before we get started, I wanted to tell you and the listeners that I value showing up authentically. So, I have soggy, chewed up pieces of Gerber puff on my shirt. And when I noticed, I was like, man, I should change my shirt. And then I was like, nope, I'm an imperfect mom. Let's keep the shirt on. So, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. I mean, how many times have I like had babies spit up on my shoulder and I'm just like, it's okay. I mean, as long as I'm not uncomfortable, it's not like soaking through me through my clothes. It's fine because you're going to change your clothes. They're going to do it again. So
Yeah,
what's the
yeah.
point?
Yeah, and I learned not as quickly as I probably should have, but I learned with Lily that even if you change them, they're just going to spit up on themselves again. So like instead of spending entire days changing them over and over, like just a little bit of spit up is okay. Like once it starts to soak through, then you change them. But they're good. They're fine. Like she's been in the same onesie for like 3 days, and this morning finally I was like, okay, this onesie has got to go. But
It's like getting crunchy. Yeah, or
hashtag lazy mom until the day I die. Okay. Anyway.
Clara had a bunch of bibs, but I made them for her, but the only way I made them is because she was my only kid. I didn't have two yet. I didn't make any for Molly.
Mm-hmm.
And they were really cute. They were like little like checkered bibs.
Aww.
They look like a little fashion accessory, but she'd spit up on them and I was like, oh, I just made this. Like this is fresh off the sewing machine. And I get so annoyed. So we'd
This
switch
just
those out.
time.
And then I was like, you know what? Every time we eat, we're just going to strip because we can't not get food on our clothes.
That's a good idea. I haven't gotten to that point with Holly yet, but she's been doing this thing lately where she just isn't eating. She's been like really constipated. It's been pretty bad for like a month. And with babies that have really low tone, like that's like a chronic thing. And so I'm just like, okay, like I'm gonna go to this GI appointment tomorrow and she's gonna tell me that she's still too small and too skinny and I need to be feeding her more and blah 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 blah. Anyway, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine.
It's just a lot. There's a lot
become,
going on in Lisa's world right now. Like
this
she's
isn't going to become another look at the depressed girl episode. It's going to be a fun episode. We're talking about Easter and spring cleaning. So first, let's talk about spring cleaning because how are you even supposed to clean your house? Not even spring cleaning, but just like regular cleaning when there's a toddler trying to like worm their way between your legs. Like, Brittany, do you know how? Because I don't.
Oh yeah. So there's a quote I read and it has stuck with me forever because it is so true. And it says, cleaning with kids around is like trying to brush your teeth while eating an Oreo. It's really hard.
Yeah, I love that. That's true.
Yeah. So like I love having my kids around. I love spending time with them. I love when they're on the floor and they're being creative and they're building things or they're playing dolls. I'm like, that's great. But I also love it when Mike takes them out of the house for like an hour or 2 hours to the park or to go get ice cream and the whole house is quiet and I can just clean everything and it just feels so good because it's almost impossible to do it while they're home. I'll do the maintenance to like, the dishes and throw in the laundry and I might get to vacuum, but it's really hard because every 2 seconds they need something. I'm getting interrupted and it stops the flow.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I love it when they're gone because then I can just go, 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 go. And I always listen to, what's it called? The Greatest Showman. And I'm like, mopping and I'm like dusting and I'm dumping out all the crumbs from my toaster and I'm like, this is the greatest show. And like if the neighbors saw me they'd think I was crazy, but I'm like, this is pumping me up and this is my time to shine.
So I guess part of like having ADHD is if we're focused on something, literally anything will just completely throw us off track and then we can't get back to where we were. So if I'm cleaning and then Lily distracts me because she does all the time, like I'll forget and I'll like do other stuff or start doing something else. And then like I'll come back and my house still looks like a bomb went off. And I'm like, but I was, you know,
Mm-hmm.
so because we don't have like we have like the best, it's like a computer with like the best processor, but no RAM. Like there's just
Mm-hmm.
no RAM. So I have like very few slots of like working memory to work with. And so she and Holly are always replacing my, I have like your coffee's in the microwave and like you have to clean the dishes. And then like, as soon as her eyes open, like she needs something every 2 seconds of the day. And so it's like Lily, 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 Lily. And then I forget that I was like doing something. Um, so yeah. So spring cleaning, I mean, it kind of coincides for me with like we're going to be moving soon. And so I would really love to be able to declutter the house. But I'm like you, like I need to be alone. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. It's hard, because plus like with toys. So I am not moving with all of Lily's
No.
toys. I'm telling you that
Mm-mm.
right now. I love her, but no, 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 I will not have all those toys in my new house. You know what I mean? Like it makes me think of the minimalist episode that we did. Because I'm like, I'm going minimalist. I don't care what how Lily feels about it. Like I'm so sick of all the clutter. And there's a bunch of stuff that like we don't need and we just have. And then my mom keeps,
Mm-hmm.
she'll give us stuff and then we have it and then we're like, what are we gonna? So I basically just need to take like, so tomorrow our babysitter that comes to watch Lily while I'm with Holly, she's coming. So I think that like during the times that I'm not taking Holly to a doctor's appointment, like I'm gonna be like, you watch the girls. I'm gonna take a trash bag and sneak around and try to like, because the problem too is like since Lily's always around and because these are her toys, every single time I pick up a toy to go throw it away or pick up a toy to move it, she always wants to play with it right then.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, ugh. And then, like when we were talking to Stephanie for the minimalism episode, like I talked about how, one day I tried to get her to understand, like I was like, hey, for Holly, when Holly's here, we're going to need to, or Holly's little, so she can't play right now, but when she's older, she's probably going to want to play with stuff. So can you just kind of tell me the stuff that you'll let Holly have? And then that was like code for like the stuff that the trash can have. um you know
Yeah.
but I was like, yeah, like Holly needs toys too, do you want to help mommy? And she was like, no. Or I think she put one thing in the trash bag and I was like, oh, but then she took it back out and then went away with it. And
Oh,
I was like, but we
so close.
yeah, we were almost there. So it's just, I don't know, I honestly I feel like I'm just gonna have to do this when she's asleep. But the problem is that I'm so gosh dang tired at the end of the day that like it's the perfect time after they go to bed for me to just remove everything. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm so tired. I'm so
Yeah.
tired. I just want to sit in bed. And so like it's difficult. It's difficult. So we have a cleaning lady, um, a woman, her name's Betty. She comes to clean when we ask her to, which is great, but like I don't know. I feel like since we're moving, I'm saving her for like when we're about to go or when we're putting our house up for sale, because then I can be like, we can be out and then she can just clean it and then it'll be clean. Because
Yeah.
like I was telling the agent that's gonna sell her house, I was telling her like we can't be anywhere near Dallas, like not even in the vicinity of our house. Like we can't be anywhere near the house. Why? Because the second Betty leaves and the house is clean, like my girls are gonna like fuck it up again.
Yeah.
So we need to be out. But yeah, so I mean, I guess, yeah, just to go off of what you were saying. Sorry, that was very long-winded, but very long-winded way to say that, yeah,
Yeah.
it's impossible for me to clean with my children.
Yeah,
It's just
because like when you're thinking spring cleaning, at least for me, when I think spring cleaning, it's like, okay, open all the windows, let the fresh air in. And then I want to like clear the whole counter gets cleared off, right? And
mhm.
then or the whole what's it called? Like where you put your towels and stuff. It's not the pantry.
Linen closet.
Yeah. So you like, I always pull everything out, and then I like clean the like shelves and whatever,
Ooh,
and then I
fancy.
put things back. And okay, my dog is staring at me from the window and he's freaking me out. Go away. These little black eyes are just like, anyway. So I'll clean it all out, and then as I'm going through the stuff to put back, I find all kinds of goodies. Like there's like random shirts and socks, or there'll be like a really nasty towel that no one wants to use anymore. And
Oh,
so that's like my time to like, okay, let's clear this out. Let's like throw it away, or if it's still good, we'll donate it. But half the time it's not because I have kids, so nothing's good anymore.
yeah.
But yeah, when I start going through the girls stuff, oh, it's so hard because immediately they're like, oh, that's my favorite toy. I love that Little Mermaid. I'm like, but no, you don't. Like you haven't touched this in months. No.
Yeah, like
So
she still has like McDonald's Happy Meal toys, and I can't like, and she's always there. Like that's the problem too, is that like there's no, like my house is too small. Our house is not too small. Our house is like fine. It's a good size house, but because of the open floor plan, it's basically just one big room in her nursery. So like she's always she knows what I'm doing every time. There's no place to hide. There's nowhere to hide. So yeah. And she does this thing too when I'm actually like cleaning, not just putting away toys and stuff. When I'm cleaning, she always wants to help. Like she's always like, I want to help, I want to help. And it's cute. Like I love that she wants to help me clean. I think it's important for, us to start young and to teach our kids how to like clean after themselves. Like that's great. But I don't know. I like Paul always asks me, like, are you stress cleaning or are you just regular cleaning? But
mhm.
like, is there any other kind? Like, I don't feel like there's another kind of clean. Like, I feel like it's always just stress cleaning. And so when I'm
Yeah.
stress cleaning and Lily's like in my legs because she wants to help me, I'm like, I gotta do this myself.
It's like they always have those commercials where they're like, use this magical spray, and it has the mom just like, she's spraying the couch, and there's like butterflies, and the kids are sitting there happily doing their homework. I'm like, what world is this commercial in? Because that's not what my house is
I feel
like.
like if we reshot the commercial, it would just be me like scrubbing while there's like Metallica in the background. And I'm just like, "Ah!" Like, but yeah, that was me with the counters. So I recently just became like obsessive compulsive about the counters because we have this spray that's like made for the kind of counters we have. And so I'll spray it, and then like Paul knows, he knows when I'm doing that. Oh, let's not bother mommy, let's not talk to mommy, she's doing her thing over there. Because I just like, and I clear everything off the counter and just like, and this too, and this, and I gotta clean. Yeah. So I don't know. I've become a little obsessive compulsive, but it's fine. It's fine. So yeah. Anyway. uh spring cleaning is really fun with kids. And so when we get right back, we're gonna take a quick break and then we're gonna share some cleaning hacks. So stick around. I honestly, because Holly just is still army crawling all over the place, like I just want to like attach a mop to her and then she can mop my
Hmm.
floors. Yeah,
Yeah,
like I
she's
feel like
already
that
down there.
that'd be fun. Yeah, exactly. Like might as well. Speaking of that too, so because she's army crawling all over the place and because I have children and this is never not going to be my life anymore, there's always crumbs. It doesn't matter how many times I vacuum the same floor.
Hmm.
Doesn't matter that I just
Yep.
vacuumed the same spot that I'm looking at currently now. There's a crumb there that I didn't see, or that
There's
just like
always.
my freshman year in biology, I learned that spontaneous generation is not a thing, but it is. It so is because that crumb wasn't there
Yes.
before. The crumb wasn't there before, so it's spontaneously generated.
The
So
kids mess up something The kids mess up the like time frame continuum or something.
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad we're on the same page about this because it's definitely anyway, welcome back. Now we are going to talk about some tips and tricks so that we can use when we're trying to clean our houses with children, because it's tough. So, Brittany, you want to go first?
Yeah. So when you can't get the kids out of the house and they're old enough to help you, I would say like older toddler-ish preschool age, like they can actually start helping a little bit. Before that, they're just kind of like quote unquote helping. They're not really doing anything, but they think they are. You like give them a rag or something and they just are wiping the same spot over and over again. But yeah, so to get my kids to help, because they hate cleaning. Anytime I'm like, okay, girls, I want you to spend 5 minutes cleaning your room. They'll run in there and they'll be in their room for a good 30 seconds and they come out and they're like, it's all clean. And so lately I've been like, oh, okay. So if I go check it, am I going to be happy? And they're like, oh.
My mom would say that. My mom would say stuff like that to me. Yeah. She'd be like, so if I go in there and I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, I'm going to go for myself to like go be like, no, not done. Yeah. That's a good one.
It's annoying, but right now I have to clean with them to get them to do it. Like I can't just send them like, okay, you have 5 minutes. And that's one of my things I do with the kids is I give them a time and they have an Alexa in their bedroom and I'll say, turn her on for just 5 minutes. Tell her to put a 5-minute timer or a 7-minute timer or whatever. And when it rings, you can be done no matter where you are in the cleanup process. But they're not very good at getting it done effectively. They kind of argue a lot while they're in there. So I have to go in there. And so I'll try and make it fun. And I'm like, all right, well, let's listen to some fun music. So we've been listening to a lot of Encanto because it's super catchy. We've been listening to that. Again, setting the timer, or I'll even be like, okay, let's just clean up for 2 songs or 3 songs. And sometimes when the songs are over, they keep cleaning because they're already in like cleaning mode and I don't say anything. I just kind of let it happen. It's not all the time, but sometimes. And I'm like, okay, let's just keep going until they notice that we're on song 15. Or we'll listen to a kids podcast. There's a lot of different kids ones that'll tell stories or things like that. So we'll do that. And I'm always trying to encourage them while they clean. Like, is it exactly the way I would do it? No, but at least they're doing it. And I'm telling them, hey, I noticed how you put your pillow on your bed. That's like awesome. Good job. Or you picked up your sister's shoes. I didn't even have to ask you. Like, thank you so much for helping. So I'm trying to encourage them that way so they get that reward of being acknowledged. Yes. And again, like, it's never exactly the way I would do it. I can do it faster and I can do it better, but I really want them to start doing it for me. So it's just a little bit off my plate. So I know we're still in like the learning period right now of how to clean up, but we're going to get through it. And hopefully one day I'll say, hey, go clean your room. And then they'll just go off and do it. And I can sit here with my coffee and just
that would be like the best day ever, man. You're gonna like put your feet up and just, oh man.
Yes, enjoy the fruits of my labor.
Well, yeah, so Lily, she used to like always want to like, I'm like, hey, do you want to help mommy pick up your blocks? And she's like, yeah, but like now, so I feel like she's already a 3-nager. Already. She won't be a 3 until June, like calm down. But she's already there. So that's where I'm at. But so now when I ask her to help me pick up her block, she goes, no.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, okay. All right. And then but then when I start doing it myself, then she like is like, no, I want to do it myself. And I'm like, okay, all right. And then I'm like, yeah. And then I just let her do it, I mean, there are some things that she like can't do herself. So it gets like frustrating when she's like, I want to do it. But like, if she wants to take my part away from me for cleaning up blocks, if she wants to do it all herself, hey, do it. But then other times it's just no. And then like no means no, like she won't do it. So Yeah, it's kind of I feel like I'm in like a tricky spot. Like I have to wait until Lily is just a little bit older before she starts like, like I feel like you would be a better you'd be able to like speak better about like kids cleaning. I mean, I look at Lily and it seems like she's 15, but she's like really still a baby. I mean, she's a toddler baby. I don't know.
Molly totally called my bluff one day. We were trying to clean and she wouldn't pick up anything at all. And I'm like, okay. I was getting really frustrated with her. There's all these things on the floor, toys, clothes, everything. I'm like, listen, whatever you don't want to take care of anymore, and that's not going to be a part of your responsibility anymore, you're going to put it in this bag, and I'm taking it to the thrift store. We're donating it. And I put the bag on I hooked one of the little loops onto the door so it was open, and I'm like, I'm going to come back in here in like 10 minutes or whatever it was, and anything that you don't want to take care of anymore, we're putting in this bag. I'm taking it to Goodwill. And I'm like, certainly this kid is going to clean up her stuff. Oh no. I came back. Everything was in the, and she's like, okay, but
oh my God.
Okay, mommy, I'm ready for you to take it and donate it. And I'm like,
Oh my God.
Is she outsmarting me right now? Because I was like,
Lily is
no.
so smart. Lily is smarter than me for sure. Like she does similar stuff, but then now also like she's always talking back just everything. She says but to everything. So I say something and she's like, but, and then she like says an alternative. And I don't know how to get this child to not talk back to me. Like, I don't know, because I mean, I don't want to get mad at her all the time, right? But like it's annoying. Like I'm just like, okay, just do what I'm asking you to do, but she's always got something to say. But now it's been like I'll say things like, well, if you don't do this, we can't do that. And then she'll be like, no, mommy can't do that. Well, like I don't know where she gets this from. Just the sass. I feel like maybe she got it from me. Like maybe I was sassy at some point, but then like just childhood and life kind of like sucked that right out of me. I don't know. But so maybe she's me before I changed, but I don't know. But yeah, she's real sassy. So when it comes to cleaning stuff, like I'm like, okay, well, if you don't clean your blocks, then you can't blah blah. Yeah, and then she'll no, mommy can't do that. But I mean, I don't know. I will say something positive was the other day. I noticed that the dishwasher, the stainless steel was dirty. So I grabbed a Clorox wipe and I was going to wipe it down. And she saw it and she was like, can I help? And we made it like a game, like, cause she could see her shadow in it. And so I was like, just like you're painting your shadow. And so she cleaned the dishwasher, stainless steel for me. It was great. So there's a hack.
That's really nice.
Came up by myself and she was like, mommy, I can see myself. And I was like, yeah. So we learned about shadows and she cleaned. It was great. So yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't even write that hack down. I just like came up with and just remembered that story. And I was like, oh yeah, let's just make it a game. Yeah, make it a game. Make cleaning a game. Like with anything.
Yeah, or have you seen, you probably have, those little handheld vacuum cleaners, like the little ones. Yeah. Like people use them for their cars all the time. Yeah. I have one of those in my classroom and the kids love it. They love helping me vacuum. They do a thorough job? Not really, but if there's like a big pile of crumbs or a big pile of colored rice on the floor or something from a sensory bin, and I'm like, all right, who wants to vacuum? Like they all are like clamoring towards that thing. They all want to help vacuum. So that might be something, is invest in a $15 or $20 handheld vacuum cleaner. And then after snack, let them have that and they can vacuum, like put stickers on it, make it fun.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I actually had one of those and I loved it because I used it for like Noodles litter. But then we don't have it anymore. But now I'm like, damn it. Like I wish we still had it because that would be so cool for Lily. Because she loves to she has a toy leaf blower, like a Tonka leaf blower that she got from something. And she loves to just like pretend she's like blowing leaves. So like it's the same thing essentially. It's just, so I should definitely buy one of those. And then I could just be like, you can help mommy vacuum with a lily sized vacuum. Because my vac mop she can like hold it around, but she keeps pressing the wet button. And so then my floor's all wet and I'm like, but yeah. But yeah, I should definitely, that's a good idea.
Then you're slipping.
Yeah. And I'm like, like, you're going to kill mommy.
Lisa, bestow knowledge upon us. How do we keep our homes clean?
All right. Well, so the only tips that I have tips for kids too, but I actually found this one online and I actually really like it. It says, show them how to slam dunk dirty clothes in the hamper.
I love that.
So they just like ball them up and yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Although I feel like if you slam dunk into a hamper, like you're going to get hurt. So you're not slam dunk, maybe just like.
It depends on the hamper.
Yeah, I guess. Aggressively throw. I don't know, something. We've been teaching Lily not to throw things, but I told her, I was like, if you want to throw something, you got to make sure it's soft. Gotta make sure it's a soft thing you can throw. So now she'll like show me one of her stuffed animals and she'll be like, can I throw this? You're like, sure. As long as it's not at somebody, sure. Some music. I always clean better when there's music playing anyway. And so I don't know, it kind of, because you start to clean to the rhythm of the music almost. And so it makes it like easier. And then the time goes by faster because you're just dancing. And so
yes, I love dancing while I'm mopping or while I'm sweeping. I don't know if it makes me sweep faster because I'm shuffling more. I don't know. I love it. And it might embarrass my kids, but I don't care. I don't care. And I'll start singing too. And then like, it's my microphone. Yeah. And it makes me feel good. It's releasing those endorphins. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's getting all the, like, I feel like for me, I have a lot of like panic energy. And so I feel like just like dancing it out. I don't know. There's something to that. Like it always makes me feel better. So why not dance it out while you clean? You know? Then it talks about like chore charts, like fun, like let them put their stickers on their chore chart when they're done with the chores. I want to do some kind of a chore chart with Lily, but I think she's still a little young. And then make rearranging the room a part of the cleanup so they get excited about their new surroundings. So like I don't know, yeah, like when things are all clean, or I actually just thought of something that might work. This might also be super stupid, so let me know if it's stupid. But Lily has a huge imagination and she loves to she's like, where are we going? And I'm always like, the moon, or like blah, So what if messy room is one place and then clean room is the moon? Do you want to go to the moon? Well, to get to the moon, you have to fix the spaceship. Okay. And how you fix the spaceship is you got to put all those spaceship parts together in this one little basket. And then the spaceship is fixed. And then you can go to the moon.
Yeah. And then they can like jump on the bed or something. And have like a little celebratory, like, yeah. I
just thought of that right now, and it's dumb, but also I love it. I like cleaning. I didn't used to, but then I don't know. I've also become obsessed with the smell of dish soap. It smells so good. The blue dish soap smells really good. So I love to get it all sudsy.
What brand is it? That's your favorite?
Dawn blue dish soap.
Sponsor us.
Seriously, hello. Like I don't know what it is because I don't even know if it doesn't say a scent on there, but it smells so good. And like I've become obsessed with dishes.
And it helps the ducks.
Yeah, exactly. I saw a meme that was like, Dawn is so good at cleaning ducks, but can they clean dishes? The commercials are always them washing ducks. Yeah, I just love the smell of Dawn dish soap. And so I just love getting all sudsy, and then I clean everything, and then I'll clean the whole sink. Like anything I can do to get like my hands all sudsy, and then I can smell my hands. I'm a weirdo, guys. I'm weird. But anyway, so we are going to be right back. But when we come back, Brittany's going to share a fun Easter activity, and I'm going to share some Easter activities. So stick around.
welcome back. I'm going to share some ideas for this year's Easter basket. Like if you haven't gotten it started yet, let's see. So today it comes out Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You have 5 days, okay, to get your Easter basket together. But I've got some ideas for you. And then I'm going to share what I'm doing this year because I'm doing something a little bit different that I don't normally do, but we're just going to try it out this year. So when it comes to Easter baskets, you always think of like those big, like crazy colorful baskets that you get from like Walmart.
Yeah.
Don't get those. don't get them. Okay, because they're really cheap, right? And they fall apart. You're not really going to use them all year. It's just like, to me, it's like it ends up being like just wasted money. Like why even bother? You know, you can't use them for anything. So I say put your kids' Easter goodies in something that is like reusable. So my first idea that I'll probably do next year is put it in like a canvas tote that they can decorate later. So you can put, so part of their Easter stuff is like some paint and some paintbrushes or some stencils or something. And I mean, I don't know how it is everywhere, but at least here in Maine, they're not doing any kind of bags anymore at any of the stores. So we're always bringing our own bags to the store. So like they can decorate their little bag and then you can just throw it in your stash to use when you go grocery shopping. Like I love doing that because it's something you can use and then you can see it every week. You're like, oh, their little handprint or whatever. So canvas tote bags are very inexpensive on Amazon. You can buy some of those. Another idea is like a beach bag because, you know, it's going to be getting warmer, hopefully. And they have these really cute mesh beach bags for kids. They're like really small. It's like a little kid's like purse almost, but it's all mesh so that they can put their little seashells and sticks and stuff, but then like all the sand falls out of the mesh. So that would be really
brilliant. Sorry,
yes.
I like didn't you said mesh and I didn't even think of like the material, but then I'm like, wow, that's so brilliant.
Yeah, like because we're in Maine, we go a lot and there's so much sand in our van. Like in the summer, I don't even bother vacuuming. I'm like, there's no point. I'll just do it in the fall because it's gonna get filled up again next week. So that's an idea. You could do a bucket, like a sand pail, like if you're going to go to the park or you're going to go to the beach, put their stuff in a bucket. I really like the metal buckets more than the plastic buckets because I've had too many plastic buckets break and then they have that sharp edge and I don't like it. Not a fan. Or you know what? If your kids are little, like just use a basket you already have because they don't even care. They don't even care about the basket. They just want what's inside the basket. So you can we all have baskets, you know, that have like diapers in them or napkins or something. Just grab one of those and save yourself some money. So then like, obviously you can put candy in there, but you know, if you want to do a few alternatives to candy, you can do something fun like sunglasses, or for girls, those like jelly shoes that were really popular in the 90s. Those have come back.
Oh yeah.
Kids love flashlights. So get them some flashlights, even like from the dollar store. Those flashlights, they work really, really well. Bubbles, kites. This last one, like my girls love when they get like a little gift card or like a voucher to get ice cream at an ice cream shop. Like they feel so cool. They have their own little thing. So you can throw that in there. And that's fun because it's like an activity that they get to go do. Like you get to like all pile in the car and you all go to the little store and they get to walk up with their little card and say, I don't know, I want bubblegum ice cream. And they slap their card on the counter and they feel so cool. Yeah. So that's always a winner. But this year, we're probably going to be out of town for Easter. We're still like nailing down travel plans. We're probably going to be out of town. So it's going to be a little different, but I still want to do something. So this year, I'm not going to do like a basket of candy because first of all, the girls are already going to do an Easter egg hunt at school. So they're already going to get to do that. So if they weren't doing it at school, I would bring eggs with me and we would do it wherever we are. And they're already going to be getting candy from their friends or from like people at church or stuff. So the candy's taken care of. Okay. And also like we already have candy that's still left over from Valentine's Day. I put it in a bowl and like every now and then we'll pick out of it, and we still have candy left over, so we don't need any more candy. But my girls have these dolls that they love to play with. They're not the American Girl doll brand, but it's like the Walmart brand or the Target brand, the 18-inch dolls. They love those. And Molly has been begging for a bunk bed for her doll.
Oh,
Yeah. And so I'm looking at these bunk beds, and you can get like, they can range anywhere from $30 to like $200.
oh my
These
God, for a
beds.
bunk bed?
Yeah. And I'm like, so that's not something I'll just buy on a whim. Okay, so this year, instead of giving them a big basket of candy, I bought them a wooden bunk bed for their dolls. And the bunk bed can come apart if we're ever fighting and we need to have our own space. Like, she can have her bed, she can have her bed. And then I have an extra pillowcase left over from their bedding. I'm going to turn that into blankets for their bunk bed so that it's all
Aw,
matchy. I have to
that's
do
so
this before
cute.
Sunday. I don't know if I'll get it. I might end up hot gluing it together, but I will get it done. And then I got their dolls new dresses. So I'm gonna take their dolls at night. I'm gonna set them up on the bunk bed like a little slumber party. I got a couple things of candy, like there's like a chocolate Easter bunny like on a stick. And I'm gonna put that in the doll's hand. And then like Reese's Pieces will like put all their candy and make it look like a carrot in the bag.
Yeah.
I'll throw that on there.
Oh,
I might have a couple other little, like a squishy toy or something I'm going to throw on there, but I'm going to set it all up so it looks like they're at a slumber party. So when my girls wake up, they can like, sleepily like, come down the hallway and be like, oh, what's this? And they'll have this nice new thing.
Brittany,
So
you're such
part
a
of the
good
reason
mom. That's so cute.
I love Easter. I really love Easter. I try to do something special. So part of the reason I'm doing it this way is because we already have too much candy. We don't need any more candy.
Yeah.
And second of all, inflation is a thing. Okay. So inflation has happened.
Yes.
And I'm like, if I'm going to be spending money, and I want to spend money on my kids, if I had all the money in the world, I would drop it on my kids. I love them so much, but I would rather spend, let's say $50. I would rather spend $50 on something that I know they're going to be able to use like all year round. They're going to get a lot of play out of it. They're really going to enjoy it, rather than buying them a bunch of tiny little plastic toys that are like worse than Happy Meal toys. They fall apart, in 3 days. I would rather take that money and put it towards something really nice that they're really going to like. And like, maybe like they're getting quote unquote less than other kids, but not really.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm doing this year. I'm doing, it's almost like a mini Christmas.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, hopefully they like it too. And they're not like, where's my chocolate bunny, Mom?
Oh my God. Those Lindt chocolate bunnies are like my jam. I love those Lindt chocolate bunnies. I'm so excited for, oh my God. I'm just really excited to eat like 3 of them by myself without Lily. I'll go hide. I'll hide in like that, like the toilet room part of the bathroom, and just like me and my bunny by ourselves. Okay, well, I wanted to share, so I'm not as crafty as you, so I didn't really have, I talk a lot of smack about myself, but I did make that really cool sandwich board for Dr. Seuss Day. So I can't.
And you also wrote a book. You wrote a book, Lisa. So like, I'm the worst. I never do anything. Oh yeah, I'm an author and illustrator, but whatever.
I'm like just now starting to be into like doing art and stuff because it's been really therapeutic for me. And so I don't know, like you always like, you have really good ideas. I love all your ideas. Anyway, it's
my stress relief. Like, this is how I de-stress. Like, so when I make something really big and people are like, whoa, you spent like 10 hours on that. I'm like, yeah, because I was stressed out the wazoo. That's like, the bigger and the better the thing is, the more stressed I was.
Yeah, that's me when I'm cleaning. So when I start cleaning all the counters, Paul's like, whoa, okay, so something's going on. We're going to stay away from mommy right now. I just have like activities you could do with your kids for Easter. Some of them are for my brain, and some of them are from the internet. So let me pull those up. Okay, so activities for kids. So the first one is actually, I mean, I found it online, but I also, like when I was a kid, every Easter, my mom would set up a scavenger hunt. And so I would wake up on Easter morning and I'd open my door and there would be a basket with a clue inside, an empty basket with a clue. And then
Ooh.
like, yeah, and so it would take me like all over the house and then I'd find all this chocolate and goodies and stuff. And then I'd fill up my basket. And so at the time I was like, wow, my mom's so cool. But really, I mean, she just wanted like a few extra hours of sleep, you know, because like I'm a kid, so it's gonna take me a while. So she's like, I can sleep now. But yeah, so I mean, yeah, so that's definitely something I want to start doing with Lily, with the girls when they're older. Because I really, really, it was really fun. Like it was really fun. And, it'd be stuff like there'd be a clue in a CD. And like the clue before it was like a lyric of the song or something. And I'd have to like, it was, I don't know. I love stuff like that. So Easter scavenger hunt, I had a lot of fun doing it and I can't wait to do it with the girls. And then you have the traditional egg hunt. So just, either painted eggs or store-bought plastic ones if you're not super, super fancy. I've never actually done an egg hunt myself. I've just like heard about them. Lily's still too young for that kind of a thing. She does not have the attention span for that at all. Like, first of all, she
Oh.
wouldn't she wouldn't find an egg, and then she'd just get mad that she didn't find one, and then she'd be sad, and then she'd want me to find all of them for her. Yeah, so we're gonna wait on that. But yeah, and then I don't know, something that I thought of because the weather is usually nicer around Easter time. So I was thinking like a picnic on the grass somewhere, like just like a family
That would
day.
be nice.
Yeah, like it's been beautiful weather here the past week, which is, I mean, finally the weather's been bananas here in Texas. It's like hot and then like really cold, and then like there's a storm, and then it's weird, but it's finally really nice. So yeah, I don't know. I've been thinking about doing a picnic. It'd be fun. And then there's arts and crafts stuff. So you can have the kids make paper plate bunnies, paper plate ducks. You buy paper plates and then you can color on them, and then you like cut up pieces of paper. And then I saw this picture of toilet paper roll ducks. So like the cardboard cylinder, they like paint it yellow and they like stick a beak on it and some feathers. So that's really cute. And
That's
then
cute.
yeah, and then make your own Easter basket, which kind of goes along with what you were just talking about. Like have them decorate it and then put stuff in it. And then like Easter coloring pages and coloring books. So like you guys can spend some time just coloring bunnies or like coloring pages. I don't know. I opened an Etsy shop. I don't know if I told you guys yet, but I opened an Etsy shop, and I've been thinking of doing like coloring books and stuff. We were talking about affirmations in the 2 episodes ago, and then my book is with affirmations. So I kind of wanted to make a coloring book that just has like pictures, but then like affirmations for kids, so they can like read it and then color the affirmations. I don't know. It was just an idea I had.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah, so anyway, that's just an idea. But and then I found a list online of Easter STEM activities. So like science and math stuff. So the math part I don't really care
Excited
about
for this.
because I hate math. But science. So I found Easter egg science experiments, and these blew my mind. Okay, so the first one is called Set, Smack, and Splash. So basically, you have like a cup with water in it, like a glass, like a pint glass or something, and then you put a plate on top of the glass. Like it can be a metal plate, not anything breakable, but like durable and sturdy. And then you put one of those cardboard toilet paper roll things, and then you set an egg on top of the toilet paper roll thing so that it like can rest and stay there. And then you smack the plate out of the way and the egg drops into the glass. I saw pictures of
What?
it and I was like, what?
I
So
need to
like, I
see
was like, I
this.
want to try this. Yeah, like the picture was like you saw the plate had gone flying and it was like way on the side of the room and the egg was in the cup. And I was like,
That's insane.
that's pretty cool. That's cool. I'm sure Lily would get a kick out of that. Anyway, there's this other one called Make the Shell Disappear. So you take a raw egg and you place it in a bowl, and then you cover the egg with white vinegar. Make sure the entire egg is covered with white vinegar, and then you leave it for 24 hours. And then you can just rub off the shell. It just comes off. You'll notice. So apparently, when you first put the vinegar on, you'll start noticing like bubbles forming. But yeah, the shell will be gone in 24 hours. It's pretty cool. But then the article did say, so it's not perfect, right? Because it said put the egg back
Mhm.
in the vinegar if there's still a little bit of shell left. But anyway, I thought that was really cool. So those are some science experiments you can try. I think they're pretty rad. So if you try them and they work for you, please let us know because I want to try it. And that's
Take
awesome.
a video.
Yeah, take a
Send
video and send it to us and we'll post it on social media or something. Or if you don't want us to, you can just tell us, hey, don't do that, and we won't. But yeah, I think it'd be super fun. I might actually post a video of me and Lily doing one of these actually. That's a good idea, Lisa.
Yes.
That's a good idea. And then so for oh, and this other one that's kind of sciencey. So it's called walking on eggs. And so you have a carton, like a 12 egg carton. You make sure that all the eggs are in all the holes and that they're all like straight in there and whatever. And then you can like step on them. And as long as you have like your weight is evenly distributed, like the eggs won't break. And you can just like, and you can like have all your weight on there. And then you can even add a second
Hmm.
carton and step on the second carton, like on top of the first one, and the first one won't break either. Pretty cool. The article said make sure that like all of your weight, like make sure that your heel is resting on 4 eggs. Or else obviously, it's like the people in India that like they lay on a bed of needles or something, it doesn't hurt
Hmm.
because the weight is distributed. So it's the same idea, but pretty cool. And I learned from this one, I learned how egg cartons were invented. So it
Tell
was,
me.
yeah,
I want to
so it was
know.
in 1911. Joseph Coyle was a farmer and he would deliver eggs to a hotel. And I didn't write down where this was because I'm an idiot. But anyway, it happened somewhere. And so this man, Joseph Coyle, was a farmer somewhere in the world. And he would deliver eggs to this hotel. And the owner would get like, they would fight because there were always broken eggs. So he invented the egg carton and it would save the eggs from breaking on the way to the hotel. And that was like way back in 1911. And they still work to this day.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this springtime episode with some spring cleaning ideas and some Easter ideas. And Easter's right around the corner. So if you do any of these things, take a video, take a picture, send
Yeah.
it our way. We'd love to see it.
Yeah.
I
Tag us
love,
for sure.
yeah, I want to see it. I
Hmm.
like seeing what other moms do. I like getting ideas from you guys. That's basically what we're all doing here. We're all just getting ideas from each other. Like, what are
Yeah.
you doing? What are you having for dinner tonight? So it was super fun to talk with all of you, and we'll catch you next week for a special episode with Lisa. You don't want to miss it.
Oh, yeah. You're not going to be here because you're doing Easter stuff, but I am going to be talking about Encanto. So if you're excited about that, I sure am.